Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming. Grab yourself a cuppa as we jump into Watcher Realms. Now, quick one before we start off on a video, just a quick question for people. Is anyone else's house getting flooded with these things? Now, I've got Labubus coming out everywhere apparently. We're queuing up in shops in London and all sorts of crazy stuff. The wife has gone mad for them. Right, that done. Random question for you. So, I was curious about the Honour's Gauntlet. I've stuck a stopwatch up on the top so I can see how long it actually takes, or we can see how long it actually takes to play. And I thought I'd go through doing all my matches. Now the advantage is we've preloaded it, so we can speed this up, and the clock's already loaded up, so the video goes faster, so does the clock. So it makes no difference to the actual time span of how long it takes. It just takes you less time to actually watch it. There we go. So that's that done. So I went through all 20 fights to win 20 fights. That was the premise on there, because the thing about it is, I think with games like this, there's always what's the reward and what's the time sink gonna cost me for the reward. That's a proviso over why we do these sort of things. Is the reward worth me giving up this amount of my time, or can I do something else either in game or in life to benefit me? So that's what we do. The first thing is I always say hello to the other person with the emojis anyway, so that's the first thing out of the way. I have built my teams on this one. It didn't take very long. I didn't worry that much about it, and I wasn't overly bothered by it that much either. And I think in future ones I'm about to lose, or I know I'm going to lose, I would certainly give up on them a lot quicker than I probably did this week, so I could probably cut back my time. That being said, I might also put something in chat if I'm going to go over and do some more of this stuff and just lose all the matches. Now I've done them all, I can just go in and lose some, so that might help some other people out and narrow down their time frames as well over how much time they spend doing this. Now, there's a couple of things I think are worth talking about with regards to this that we might not have talked about or mentioned before, or haven't mentioned in a little while. So the first thing is this. Now this came out on the Forerunner, and it was the United Front event, and it was like a cooperative event. You could either randomly ask someone from chat to come in with you, or you would just chuck your guildmates in, or your friends list. You could give them an ask and you could go in and do this cooperative event, which is the United Front. Now I assume, I don't know, but my guess is the live arena or real-time arena is a prerequisite for this. I sort of think it's sort of the same sort of thing. So maybe one is prerequisite for the other, and there is a requirement to get this up and running before we can do the United Front. And the United Front was quite a good thing. I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. Have a chat on the side with your friends. Oh, I'm going to try and bring this here, I'm going to try and bring that one, I'm going to try up here and there. Yeah, it was quite good fun to do. It's quite nice because you got to do it with your friends, whereas this is just much more random about who you pick. Now the upside is I don't have to wait long for a fight. That's good news, absolutely fantastic news, that is. The downside is not so much for me. I've got an okay account, but the matchmaking is quite miserable, to be honest, and I should imagine it would get worse. I mean, I got people who were level 50, level 60, they were 200 or 300 BP below mine. It's quite a mess, particularly at the beginning, and you can quite easily trash your ranking because there's no leaderboard or anything. You can easily bring your ranking right down without any issues, really, without any problems at all. So I do think week on week there's going to be younger accounts or newer players that are going to have issues doing it, completing it, or whatever. I think that's going to be a significant issue for people, the matchmaking behind this. So I think that's something we do have to watch out for, particularly for the younger or the smaller accounts. But like I say, now I've done it, I may well put up in chat occasionally that I'm going to go in and I'm going to lose for the next half hour at a load of Gauntlet events, and maybe some people can benefit out of that. I don't know. It's not really boosting, is it? Because there's no leaderboard, so no one's going to get that done any quicker. So I think that's all right to do. maybe. I don't know, I'm sure I'll find out later. The other issue I find with it is I think they've missed a trick, or maybe it's coming later. So there's no Honours Gauntlet here. Now this would be really good. I would like to challenge up some of my friends or some of the people that are watching. We could come and have a laugh and a chat, and you know, we could even stream it if you wanted to. I think there's a lot of options we could do and have a laugh and a joke whilst doing it, if we could get friendly face-offs and that sort of things going with it. So maybe that's something that's coming in the future. Now, with regards to what's coming in the future, then if I have a look on the Forerunner, so this is on the Forerunner at the moment. If I have bring this up, here we are. Honours Gauntlet next season in four days. So in 4 days' time, the new Honours Gauntlet starts. Now, I've got no idea. It may be the same as this Honours Gauntlet. Maybe absolutely no difference whatsoever, and it could be exactly the same. There could be no changes, which would be horrific, I think, because there's no leaderboard, so there's no ranked rewards or seasonal rewards or anything like that. It just seems a bit weird, but maybe this is a start of other things and other cooperative events coming. So fingers crossed that's sort of where they're going with this. I hope, but I mean, I could be very wrong. I might be very wrong on this in its entirety. So this could be all there is. And for me, as you can see, we're now coming up to the hour mark. And where are we at the hour mark? So get this down to a normal speed up a touch. Get this fight done. There we go. There's the victory. Done. It's a bit more luck than judgment, your ranking. Let's have a look, where are we? And we've still got another 7 wins to actually do. And we're an hour into it. And there's still got 7 wins to do. That's not fantastic. I mean, I think in future I would bang out fights much earlier than I have done on this one. And I'd certainly, towards the end, I started banging out them quite quickly. If I lost the first sort of round or two, it didn't quite go my way, boom, let's exit that and have done with it and get straight into another fight. And I'll take the loss, because your ranking falls quite quickly. You can get it to fall quite quickly. So that is quite a bonus for you. The only downside to that is where you meet easier players. Some of those easier players are waiting to meet accounts of their level, and as I'm trashing my account so I can get 20 wins quite quickly, I do bump into someone who's looking to fight someone on an even playing field. So there's that as well. It's not ideal, both for, I think, the game and the game mode, and also for the other players as well. Now there is another slight issue with it, but it's where it is. It's just classed in the events. It's in the events tab, and it's right down at the bottom. There's nothing during the day that says, or make sure you go and do this, or make sure you do one arena fight. But this isn't counting towards anything. Do I get any Apex coins from it? No. So I'm not going to see Lady Alexandra anytime soon. All the times I see her, she's now A5 Lady A's are down in Plat 3, so that's fantastic. Just makes Plat 3 a much harder competition to be in. So I'm not getting anything from there. Do I get Duel of Champions? Do I get points towards that? No, I don't. I mean, it really is. There's not a lot, I think, going for it, but hopefully in 4 days or less than that. I'm hoping tomorrow, when they'll actually bring something out in the game to say, this is the update. I'm expecting an update announcement for the Forerunner. I'll have a look at that to see what's in it and what's going to happen with Honours Gauntlet. But failing that, in 4 days' time, we'll go and have a look at it, and we'll see what's changed in the season. So hopefully there is something, but if the seasons carry on just like this, I don't think it's a game mode people are going to be overly interested in. I just see it not panning out too well or brilliantly, all things considered. As you can see, we're now at the hour and a half mark, and we're still battling through. Do you want to spend an hour and a half doing arena individual matches? I mean, I didn't change my teams and I didn't change my commander's skill. There's a lot of improvements I could have done and probably will do in the future, but will I do it in the future, and will I do it every week? I mean, how much quicker can I get it than an hour and a half? I dare say it's going to take an hour of your time either way, just to go in there and sort it out. But an hour every week to do this, and are the rewards that great? For me, I don't think the rewards are that great. I don't think they're game changing. But then you get an ancient shard out of it, and who knows? The ancient shard could be the one that pulls the next great hero for you. So it's always tricky to tell if you're going to need it. But over the course of the season, it's probably maybe 10, 20 ancients. Has that become worthwhile for you? So there we go. Ranking is what? Just over 600. And that's it. We've finished. There we are. 1 hour 34 minutes. The rewards were, there you go. You got 2 ancients, 600 stamina, a third of a summoning crystal just for doing the 20 fights. That's the 20 fights alone. Now, if you do the 20 wins, which has changed, because on the Forerunner when it first came out, it wasn't 20 wins. I think it was much closer to 10 wins. Some gold, which is either probably useless, or if you are really after gold, it's not that much. And then 1 ancient, essentially. So, is that worth it? Do you think an hour and 35 minutes of your life is worth 2 summons, 1 1/3 ancients, 600 stamina and 110k gold? Or would you rather have the hour and a half of your life and not the arena? Those are your questions. That's the fundamental question behind it. I think it's leading on to a better thing. I think if we keep our fingers crossed about that, then it could be leading on to better things, which would be nice. Other than that, I don't know. I don't think if it stays like this, I can't see it getting a lot of game time, to be honest. But let us know your thoughts and comments. Have you tried it? Do you think it's worth it? Is the time too much? Just let us know your thoughts, okay? Thank you very much for your time. Cheers. Goodbye.